So today is episode 1, session 1, kind of session 0, character creation of our campaign, The Crater of Madness.
Crater of Madness.
Now, I want to give you 3 a little background. So this is a homebrew world that I've set a few campaigns I've played just with my friends in, and Mary Lou's been in one of those campaigns. So she's a little bit familiar with the world. She's seen the world map, but she's never played in this part of the world. In fact, no one has. This is virgin territory. So first, a world map. To get you situated, I'm going to give you a little background, and then I'm going to let you just go wild making your characters. Let me pull up that map. Here you go. This is the world. And I don't think you can see my mouse, can you? Oh, can you see my little magnifying
Yeah, the
glass?
magnifying, yeah.
Heck yeah. So this right here, this is the city of Icebridge. And I've set a few campaigns there, and that's where Mary Lou has been.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not playing in the city of Icebridge today. No. Today, we are playing across the Kavara Plains. We're playing through the Atachala Swamp. And we're coming all the way down here to a town so small, it's not even marked on the map. And it's called the Village of Bones. And the Village of Bones.
Sounds fun and nice.
Yeah.
So let me zoom out here.
I freaking love that.
Oh,
I'm
Freak.
excited.
Yeah.
Now, why are you twitching? Don't twitch me. Here we go.
There we go.
Okay. That's just a taste of the madness to come. So here we are, the Atachala Swamp, and the Village of Bones is right here. It's in it is in the part of the swamp that borders this giant septangular kind of cavern valley called the Crater of Madness. Now, this wasn't always a septangular crater in the middle of nowhere.
Used to be octagonal?
It used to be an octagonal.
And then they
crater in the middle of
edited. They were
nowhere.
like, that's too much.
That's the mystery. What happened
yeah.
to the
Wow,
eighth
let's take one
side?
off.
No, this in fact, this right here used to be the location of the city of Astrabeth, which was basically like Magic London, or maybe more like Magic Oxford.
Ooh.
It was, but 75 years ago, the magic capital of the world, filled with universities and home to magical experiments and laboratories of all kinds, where the world's most brilliant wizards and sorcerers and warlocks, etc., convened to study and share knowledge and explore and push the boundaries of what magic could do. And it was like the capital of the world. Shining, gleaming towers. Walking down the street, you'd see 3 miracles on your way to lunch, it was said. And 75 years ago, it disappeared, leaving only this septagonal cavern in its place, this crater that became known as the Crater of Madness, because within these 7 walls, the laws of reality, well, they seem like they're slipping. Things happen here that you can't explain. There are beasts, and there are plants, and there are other things so twisted by the sort of whatever it was that caused Astrabeth to vanish one day, seems to have left a sort of magical radiation. You can think of it, if you want, as a sort of magic Chernobyl. This is a land of like background magical radiation that warps everything within it. Now, let me tell you who the 3 of you are. You are scavengers, treasure hunters, collectors, and you live in the Village of Bones, which is a little village right here where the Atachala Swamp meets the Crater of Madness. And I can tell you, even outside of the 7 walls of the crater, things aren't right anymore. And the Village of Bones, which used to be a thriving little suburb of Astrobeth, is now a village of people who live on kind of the outskirts of society. And the only way that they're able to support themselves now, because the land won't grow food, and, children who are born, if they're born, often have odd or strange warpings about them. And this village supports itself by leading ventures into just the very outskirts of the crater and collecting skeletons, hides, relics of these warped beasts that don't exist anywhere else, because those have become very popular collector's items for, the wealthier folks in the other cities of the world. There is, of course, a point very close to the edge that, as people from this region, you don't go past, because anyone who goes deeper into the crater doesn't return. And the very few who do return have gone completely insane. Now, there are, of course, many stories, rumors, guesses, legends, and explanations proffered for what happened to Astrobeth. There are those who believe that the scientists and wizards of this town had been pushing their magic too far, had been reaching for what was the gods by right, and had suffered divine retribution as a result. There are those who believe perhaps some secret coven of warlocks had opened a portal to some nether dimension, and some sort of foul and otherworldly entity had swallowed the city whole. There are some who believe that the city was perhaps accidentally, or perhaps on purpose, sacrificed in a ritual to create an all-stone, a stone of great magical ability and power that grants whoever wears it eternal life and eternal youth. Some have suggested this. The three of you are treasure hunters. And I can tell you, the three of you have decided to join forces and venture deep into the crater of madness in search of this stone. You believe in the All-Stone, and you want it. Now, why you want it is up to you. You can choose whatever you want. Are you power hungry and after immortality? Do you want it for yourself? Are you aware of the riches that selling such a stone could bring, and you want to save your floundering village that's been, plunged into starvation by whatever happened 75 years ago? Are you an adventurer from afar? Are you a local who just can't bear the thought of someone from outside of the area finding the stone first? That's all up to you. So I want to start with Mary Lou. What are you thinking, Mary Lou? Why are you here? Why do you want the stone? And let's start talking about, who are you? What's your name? What's your class? And we can do this randomly if you prefer. We can randomize your class and all that.
Okay. I love to do it randomly.
Perfect.
But I think maybe y'all can help me decide too. All I know is that I'm really short.
You're really short.
I want the all stone because people have been putting me down for as long as I've been alive. Mm-hmm. And all I know is that I am going to get that stone and I'm going to put everybody else in their place. So to me, I sound like a friggin' goblin or something like that.
You want to be a goblin?
I think I'm a friggin' goblin, or like a friggin', I don't know, like a gnome, or like perhaps a dwarf or something like that shit. That fucking
take your pick.
Bullshit. I just found a hole in my pants. In real life or in character.
That's
maybe both. Wow, life writing the story. It's very inspiring.
Yeah, that's that's my craft.
Yeah,
that's okay. Friggin', are you guys doing quick build or standard build on D&D Beyond?
What level?
Meta questions.
I want to do a standard build. I want to take today Today, I don't think we'll necessarily get into the story. Maybe right at the end, but I want to really learn about your characters. I want y'all to have a chance to learn more about your characters yourselves, and I do want to get into those backgrounds. Who are you? How did you end up here, willing to risk it all for a stone that may or may not even exist? And Vic,
Awesome.
what's going on over there? Vic is suffering
here.
the effects of the madness already.
No, she's
That is such a good question. I was upset. I was upset, and so I started messing. I touched things that I shouldn't have touched, and I knew I shouldn't have touched them. Can you hear me at all?
We can hear you perfectly. We just can't see you.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. I can also see y'all, and y'all are looking fantastic. And
Perfect.
I'm coming back. I'm positive. I'm sitting here. My hands are up. I am touching nothing. I am looking at
Love
nothing.
that.
So I made the mistake of trying to transfer to my D&D Beyond window, and I will not be making that mistake again. I'm pulling it up on my phone.
Oh,
Great.
got it. Well, I can also just like walk you through it on my end too, if that's easier.
I just did a random character
great.
name, and it came out Glenn.
Glenn the Goblin?
The Glenn the Goblin kind of.
Glenn the Goblin.
Extremely good.
I
I
love
think
it.
that might be my destiny. Glenn the fucking Goblin.
Okay, so we've got
Okay, they don't
Glenn
have
the
Goblin, so maybe I'm.
A halfling?
That doesn't mean you can't be.
You can also
Goblin.
just be a goblin.
I have Goblin on mine. Let me make it.
Okay, let me look for
for
Goblin.
you.
No results.
No, I paid for all the extensions.
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah,
not-
I subscribed to Goblin Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
okay.
don't have that.
So you're a goblin. Let me just like walk you through it on my end.
Oh, wait. No, remember, somehow if you invite us to the campaign, then we will get access to all the shit that you paid for.
Oh.
So if
Good
you
point.
start a new campaign and then invite us, then we can do that. I will still be Glenn, though. That just feels like my
100%.
That feels right. Yeah.
Literally, first button, Glenn.
Glenn the Goblin.
The rest of them, like, yeah, the next one is like Recaline.
No. Those are all lame. Glenn the Goblin it is.
Glenn. I love
So
Glenn.
let me send you a link to join my account.
Oh, I got a very cool name, Kinala, but with a Q.
Ooh.
Like Quinala.
Kinala.
And,
So will that
Quinoa.
our
oh, Vic is back.
emails?
Vic is back. I'm going to, can I text it to you?
I would prefer an email because I'm on a PC. What?
Oh, shit. We got a real gamer girl over here.
Ooh, brave. How brave.
Yeah. What's your...
Oh, yeah, Mary Lou's like, hold up, let me put this up on one of my
Nala
4
and Glenn
monitors.
are perfect names.
Yeah, that's it.
If y'all can just post your email addresses in the private chat there. Don't post it in the public chat. I will email you.
Everyone wants to send me Applebee's coupon. Here it is. Sign me up for the Spirit Halloween newsletter.
The Spirit Halloween newsletter, baby. That's what I do to all my friends, specifically.
Do you mind if I text you?
Oh, wait. Why don't I just
Because-
paste the link in here like a not idiot?
Oh, yeah. Just paste
That
the
also
link
works,
in
yeah.
the chat. Yeah. Genius. You're figuring it out. Yeah, we're good at this.
We're figuring it all. Cool. So that should work.
There we go.
Here we go. Jasmine, what are you kind of vibing for your character? We got Glenn the Goblin. What are you thinking?
So I like the idea of being like a fucked up doctor, like a doctor who did not actually go to medical school, because I do not think that there are there's adequate medical
Fucked
schooling
up
in this
doctor.
area.
Sure.
And I think I was very inspired by the idea of the what was the name of the old city that was like a
Astrabeth.
Astrobeth, very inspired by tales of it being sort of like this magical, like knowledge center. And
that was very magical.
I'm God also. My name's Jasmine Dawn. I'm God. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, I want maybe Dr. Quinala.
Dr. Quinala.
Yeah, except she just calls herself Doctor. She's definitely not like legitimately
Dr. Quinala, medicine woman.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Quinala, medicine woman.
Yeah.
Nice. And
I think she wants to try and find the stone and to try and bring it back, like trying to bring the city back. Yeah.
There are those who believe that the city isn't actually gone. It's just maybe trapped in a pocket dimension, maybe in this stone. Yeah. So that's awesome. And what about like sort of heritage? What should I picture here? Are you big? Are you small?
Love being big in these games.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be like a tall I don't know, just an elf, perhaps.
Just a big old elf?
Just a normal elf, yeah.
I like that. We got an elf, we got a goblin, and
I don't have a goblin.
Yeah, I got a little bit classics.
A really tall elf.
Why don't I have a goblin?
Because you didn't pay for all the extensions.
But we should get a
Just make it, Mary Lou, just make it as a whatever for now. And when it's in the campaign, I'll change it to goblin. It doesn't. We know Glenn is a goblin.
Glenn is a friggin' goblin.
Stara has to access the goblin mode override.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Initiating goblin mode override. And Vic, who is the third member of our treasure hunting party? Glenn the Goblin and Dr. Quinala, medicine woman, have joined forces with who are we thinking?
And so I think this character, I don't know a name yet, so maybe I can get some help with this, but I want this person to be as humanoid as possible, just like average, 5'4".
I mean, you can be a
average build,
human.
like I'm gonna be a human,
like just some guy, literally just like some guy.
just
And the only reason, yes, and the only reason that I've come on this quest is because Glenn and I'm sorry, Jasmine, what was your name again? Your character's name?
Quinala. Dr. Quinala.
Quinala.
Yeah.
Dr. Quinala and Glenn are my best friends. They're my best friends, and I was scared about this, and like I didn't want to do this, but I couldn't let them go, and then me be like home, and I got into the business of getting around here in the first place was because I wanted to make sure that they were safe, because they'd go and I'd be so worried about them. So I'm here to make sure that we got a solid head on our shoulders. We're not doing anything crazy.
Okay.
Is my plan. These are my best friends, is my
They're
thought.
your best friends, and you're not going to
Absolutely.
Okay,
They're my freaking best friends.
That's great. That raises some interesting questions. So we've got Glenn the Goblin and Dr. Quinala, the very tall elf, and we've got regular human, who is yet to be named, and you're all best friends.
We just like keep forgetting his name.
This is an established crew. So how do you know each other?
I love
and
that.
Do you find yourself? So the Village of Bones is sort of.
We went to high school together.
Yeah, we went to Bone High School. Go Boners.
Oh, so you're from the Village of Bones?
Yeah, we're all from the Village of Bones.
Okay, so
we were on the volleyball team.
I can tell you, there is no high school in the Village of Bones.
Well, we did something. We just hung out for 4 years, every single day for 4 years.
Yeah, we grew up in the Village of Bones. We like to call it a high school. It's really the school of hard knocks, huh?
All right.
Yeah, we're valid. Yeah. We're all three of us
at a tall elevation.
Bitch.
We hung out, so it's a high school of sorts.
That's true. You hung out with a tall elf.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I love it. So you're from the village
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Bones.
yeah.
You grew up here. So you've spent your whole life with just this massive crater of madness sort of lurking next to your tiny little village. And it is massive. I mean, this crater is the size of the whole damn city. It's the size of like a London, a New York, like Rome, like the major city in this world. And your tiny little village lurking in the corner, well, it's not that big. Not a lot of people wanted to stay around here. It takes an interesting type to want to live in the Otachala swamp now.
My friggin' hometown. What do you mean?
That's true. I love that y'all are setting up these very goofy kind of characters, because in my head, the Crater of Madness is like these goofballs will be encountering some very trippy mindfuck shit. Which is awesome.
I'm not a goofball. I'm deadly.
Yeah, we're gonna get sort of.
Yes. We're gonna have some we're gonna address some really strong, like deep themes with Glenn. I think we're gonna get into some kind of like difficult conversations that are like necessary.
Yeah.
With Glenn. I know, like that's how we're So
now I want to talk about it's gonna talk through your classes. So what are you feeling? Maybe let's start this time with Vic. Do you have an idea of what this nameless regular human can do?
I think I've decided what I want my name to be.
Oh, yes. Great.
If you don't mind me starting there.
Please start there.
I would like my name to be Tumen, please.
Tumen?
Tumen the human.
Oh my god.
Tumen the human?
Yeah.
I love it. Glenn the Goblin, Tumen the human, and Dr.
My mother
Quinn the
was
tall elf.
Human the human, and I'm Tumen the human. Yeah.
So Tumen the human, I want to hear a bit about your backstory.
Right. Okay.
How old are you? What are your skills? Like, what's your class vaguely? And how did you get here? Growing up in the Village of Bones, how did this happen for you?
I don't really know much about where I came from. It was just me and Ma for a long time. And then, I think when we got to this village, like I don't remember a lot about something. And then we got here and I laid eyes.
Oh no, Vic.
No,
pause
come
this
back.
beautiful story because you're cutting out.
Tall.
No.
You two are my
Vic.
friends. I don't know that they feel about me, but matter because.
Okay, Vic, I'm so sorry.
Am I gone?
You're gone. We lost your story. We heard this beautiful setup of Tumen and Tumen's mother, Human the humans, finding their way into the Village of Bones.
Wait, you might be back now. So, to try it again.
Yeah, I'm like old enough that I absolutely should remember. Like, I got here old enough that I should remember more about where I came from, but I just don't. I don't know. There's nothing. Am I here? People are nodding.
Yes, this is good.
Am I gone?
Nodding is good.
No. You are. You can.
Thank God. So we get here, and the kind of the next big thing that I remember is there's a fire pit, and all are hanging out by the fire pit, and I go up to them and I'm like, we are best friends. I'm never leaving your side. Like, this is it. It's the three of us forever.
Okay. Starting to be best friends. And I'm sorry, Vic, you're cutting out again. So,
because I've decided that you're my best friends, and so I'm gonna.
Very, very good, Vic. You're cutting out again, so I'm
so sorry. I'm gonna have a better setup for next week. My computer is in the shop right now, so we are on an iPad.
Oh no! You're on an
beautiful.
iPad. Okay.
I'm loving it. Honestly, I feel like
I'm
so sorry.
Tumen doesn't know.
I tried my computer, another, and then this iPad.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Well, we're going to move on to Jasmine for now and Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. So you're best friends with Tumen the human, and Tumen came into the Village of Bones when they were of an unknown age, but maybe a young teen. It sounds like. And what's Dr.
I feel like
Quinn's
Tumen
story?
just like showed up one day, and we were like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Glenn and Quinala were just like, all right, cool, new friend.
I guess,
Yeah. Here, play this very elaborate game we made up involving like rocks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's how
Were you born here, Dr. Quinala?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm a born and raised a boner, native boner.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what is your class? Are you thinking?
Well, definitely some kind of magic user, and I was thinking actually like Druid would maybe be fun if I'm like a medicine woman. I've never played Druid before.
Yeah,
like,
I love that.
Yeah. Character-wise, I was thinking wizard, but then I'm like, I don't want to learn. Like, I fucking hate like the wizard, like spell slot, like prepare. Like, I'm like, I don't want to know.
Also, Druid makes a lot more sense for this area. If you grew up here,
that's true. Yeah. She's like a wild.
Yeah.
She definitely doesn't actually know how to do surgery. She just does it.
No.
Surgery's about a vibe,
But when you live in the Village of Bones, you go with what you got. And if that's Dr. Quinala, you're lucky to have her.
Definitely.
So we're just gonna lose Vic for a second while Vic works on.
Did Tumen decide what class they are?
No, not that I heard.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take Tumen's class.
It's okay if you're both the same class.
But I feel it's not okay. Okay, that is absolutely unacceptable. I think Glenn to me feels like a fucking ranger.
Glenn's a ranger.
Feels like Glenn. Oh, or maybe a barbarian. Nah, I can't be a barbarian.
Why can't you? Barbarians are. I'm very biased. I love barbarians.
I have never played a barbarian or a ranger, but since
barbarian is literally the easiest class. Like literally, all you do is enter a rage and like smash shit with your axe, and that's all you do.
A rage?
Yes.
All right, you sold me.
Hey,
Glenn the Goblin at a whopping 3 feet is a barbarian.
Yeah, you're smashing people's kneecaps in.
For sure. Okay, great.
Welcome back, Vic.
Hello. Okay, this is so much better. I'm using
my gosh, this is amazing.
Wow.
Good.
Here we go.
Yes.
Forever? Who knows? I don't know. But it's like this for now, and we're gonna make the most of it. Hello. It's so nice to see everybody in proper time.
Okay, so we've established Glenn the Goblin is a barbarian, and Dr. Quinn, the tall elf bush surgeon, is a druid. And what is Tumen the human?
Okay, so maybe you guys can help me out with this. I want something like, I don't know. I think I want something maybe like a little out of left field. So we got a ranger, which is like more like fighty, right? Mm-hmm. Druid, more like.
Ranger's like a utility class. They're like good at healing, tracking, that sort of thing.
No, were you doing ranger or barbarian? What did you settle on, Mary?
Oh, I'm doing barbarian.
You're barbarian. Okay, so we have a barbarian and a druid.
Okay, so what are we missing? Like, what's something that would be helpful for us to have?
I say, don't worry about it that way. Yeah. This is going to be. It's the creator of madness. Normal
honestly,
rules of what's useful might not apply.
Druid and barbarian, I feel like I'm like opposite sides of the spectrum. So honestly, anything you pick is probably going to be in the middle.
Play whatever feels most fun to you.
Okay, I love that.
Can we just try and just a quick favor for me? Can we just try and say Tumen the human as much as possible, because it just makes me really happy.
Say Tumen the human.
Tumen the human.
Yeah, just say Tumen the human. Like anytime you think about saying
that's their full name. Like
Tumen the human. Yeah, and I do prefer if you say the full name. Like, I get it, nicknames come up, but like that is like I don't know, like somebody's name could be Vic or Mary Lou. Like mine is Tumen the human, and so like please respect that. Okay,
I will do my best.
I'm looking this up. Can I be a blood hunter?
Fuck yeah, you can be.
Yeah.
Great. I'm a blood hunter.
Yeah, you're just the most you're just like a normal, totally normal person who's also a blood hunter.
I don't know where it came from. I don't remember. I just know that's what I am.
I love that. Let me Blood Hunter is a new one for me.
Blood Hunter is from Critical Role, I believe, actually.
That is.
Yeah, if that's too crazy, I can be something else too.
You know, that is that like a subclass of something, or is that a full-on class?
It might be.
Because I know like Gunslinger is a subclass of fighter.
Yeah, I'm looking up. Yeah, this is Critical Role. That might be too complicated. I could just be something more normal.
I think it's just its own class. It doesn't look like it's a subclass of anything.
Bard?
Yeah, I think it's its own thing.
Oh, Bard is good, yeah.
I would like to be a Bard.
Yeah, Bard is the other class that's like fucking weird because it's just
please
like
feel free as much as you want to be a Blood Bard. I mean, the aesthetic of your barddom is up to you.
I would like to be a Blood Bard, please.
You're just a normal Bard, but you're like constantly just covered in blood for some reason, and we're like, what the fuck?
And I'm like,
gross.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened?
We will learn more about what makes a Blood Bard.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. So we've got Glenn the Goblin and Glenn the Goblin the Barbarian, and we've got Tumen the Human Blood Bard, who just showed up in the Village of Bones one day, and Tumen
sometimes is covered in fucking blood.
What are your pronouns?
For Tumen?
Tumen the Human.
I'd say any and all.
Any and all. Okay, so yeah, so Tumen doesn't know how they ended up in this village, but they did. And then we got Dr. Quinala, not an MD, the Druid, tall elf.
Not an MD.
How tall are you, Dr. Quinala?
8 feet tall. I don't know. I just have this like running joke, but like all the characters I play are just like 8 feet tall women. So
perfect.
Sure.
Yeah.
8 foot tall. I mean, again, this is the Village of Bones. Like, this is a town on the outskirts of Magic Chernobyl, and sometimes you get an 8 foot tall elf.
Yeah.
And what do you look like? I'd love to just go to each of you and just hear like a description of what we should imagine when we're imagining your character.
Creepy.
You ever seen Dobby?
Yeah.
Okay? Imagine Dobby like went to the dojo for like a decade. Like just like shredded. Not beefy, but like wiry, like a freaky little fighter little thing. Really big ears. Like Dobby looks nice. Glenn does not look nice. Glenn is like gray. He's got like fucking scars. His eyes are like blackish, kind of, maybe like gray. He looks like he's fucking made, like he'd blend into some rocks and shit. And he's got sharp little freaky little teeth. Freaky sharp teeth.
Perfect. Gross, but great.
He's just a freaky little weirdo.
Okay. Tumen the Human, what do you look like?
Yeah. So I am thinking, so whatever in our world would pass for like a graphic tee. So I don't know what like specific like stuff what like jokes would be on there, but they're all like funny, hilarious. Like people look at them and laugh all the time, and they're like fun. So totally. Like whatever that is in our world, whatever would be on there, like those ones that are like, those ones that are like, if at first you don't succeed, skydiving's not for you. So like like that is what I'm wearing right now.
I'd imagine like maybe if I could pitch for your character,
please.
This is a small town, but like this would have a very niche but consistent tourist industry as people come to kind of take tours around the Crater of Madness. It's very possible that your mother or you or just someone in the town has set up a sort of funny souvenir t-shirt shop with all sorts of like Village of Bones jokes, Crater of Madness jokes.
My mom doesn't your mom run the souvenir shop?
She does.
Yeah, Human the Human.
For myself,
your
no,
mom?
but I'm very supportive. I want her to be successful. God bless the woman. So so we got. So
mean,
we're wearing
like,
it, and
my uncle went to the Crater of Madness, and all I got was this stinking T-shirt.
Yeah. Or like
Exactly.
a Village of Bones is for lovers.
yeah. Some of them are
I
a
do
little
love the
dark for
discount.
my taste.
The
Mhm.
friends
little
and family
dark.
discounts really well works for me, so thanks.
Yeah. Some of them are a little dark for me, and not quite my sense of humor. But I'm a supportive kid. I'm gonna support my mom no matter what, because she built this business from the ground up, and I've seen how hard she's worked. So I'm of course gonna support her 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, just by word of mouth, advertising really.
and like how tall
so
is
well.
Tumen?
5'9".
Great. And just like
5'9".
a regular ass person is kind of how you described them earlier.
Brown hair, sort of like a little bit like shaggy brown hair, sort of like like here maybe, a normal looking average person. Like probably if there was like a whole lineup of people like, and they looked at you for 5 minutes and then they were like, okay, now pick this person out of the lineup, people would probably not get it correct.
Okay, got it.
And how are your teeth? Normal teeth?
No braces, normal.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Just wanted to check.
Love it.
Yeah. Thank
I
you
think
for checking.
Dr. Quinala briefly tried to put homemade braces on you once at 15, and all your teeth fell out. It was kind of a disaster, but we got him back in there.
Dr.
Yeah,
Quinala, besides being 8 feet tall, what's your vibe? What are we looking at?
Dr. Quinala, I think, has anyone here watched Twin Peaks? Dr. Jacoby in Twin Peaks? Just like a doctor where it's like if you step into his office and like that's your doctor, you're like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like this is the end for me. I think that's sort of the vibe that I want for Dr.
Just because you
Quinala.
look like let me look up Dr.
She's like a tall, withered hippie. Not withered, but like a wispy, willowy, Dr. Jacoby.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Where it's just like she's chilling. Like it's like way too casual to be a doctor. Has all these like whatever the medieval equivalent of like a Hawaiian shirt is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and those glasses. I think she has those glasses as well.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
Just permanent old school 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Am I allowed to ask how old we are? Are we all around the same age?
I would love to. That was going to be my next question. So yes, you're allowed to ask that.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, yeah. No, we did go to
This is
high
a
school
joint
together.
exercise, Vic. Never.
Yeah,
we did go to.
So we
did go
have
high
to be
school
the
together.
same age. But how old is that? Yeah, are we like teens?
I mean,
or are we
You don't
fucking
have
like
to be the
30?
same age.
No, we
But yeah.
have to be the same age.
We have
Okay,
to be
you have to
exactly
be.
the same. We were all born on the
We
same.
went
well,
to
actually, I guess
what do you
two
not
even more.
understand about we
Yeah,
went to
I'm so
high
sorry.
school? I thought that I've been
I
very
love this
clear
idea
about
of
that.
like these 3 like just weirdo kids growing up in like backcountry, middle of nowhere, who have heard of there being high schools in like the big cities and just have lived this elaborate like fantasy of going to high school together.
Mm-hmm. But I think
Yes.
if we're real high school, we'd be super seniors, right? Like we'd be
Yeah.
the guys that have like either not graduated after 6 years or like we did graduate, but we're still in town. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how old
still
are you?
show
So
up at, like,
Dr.
parties.
Quinala, you described yourself as withered. So do you see
Yeah.
yourself as older?
No, definitely not old. I meant like just kind of skinny, lanky. Like
Got it.
I didn't. Yeah, that was the weird choice of words, but yeah,
Seven Crane
Mentally
says
withered,
mentally withered.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Got
yeah.
it. Yeah, you'd fit right in.
Shout out to
just
Seven
sort of-
Crane, the most withered person I know.
Great. So, I mean, how old are you? Throw out an age, whatever.
I'm 25.
So you're all 25.
Sure.
Well, what I'll say too is like I think I'm 25. Like my mom just like
Pretty
really
sure.
will not tell me anything.
Yeah.
I ask
You
like,
think you're
anything
25.
to her, and she walks out of the room. Like I don't even get any indication. She turns her back and walks out of the room, and I'm just left holding a bag of t-shirts she told me to wear this week.
Well, like I said, Human the Human, if you just let me, cut open one of your legs with a bone saw and count the rings inside, we could figure this out pretty quickly, I think. But
and as I said,
I know you haven't been down
to up on that when I'm ready. So, we're gonna. Well, thank you so much for the offer, and I love that you're so passionate and so interested. And as soon, at some point, I'll take you up on it. But not anytime in the. We'll wait.
I swear to God, I read that about humans. I swear to God.
Yeah.
You can count the leg rings.
We can count the rings.
That's actually true. In this world, whether or not Dr. Quinala knows this is true, it is true.
But only for humans.
Only for humans.
Only for humans, yeah.
Only for humans.
But it is true. And let's just
What level
go
are we?
through your character sheets. So have y'all been actually making selections on D&D Beyond?
Yes, but what level are we? Are we level 1 or 2?
Well, you're 25. You've
Yeah.
been living
Level 25. Yeah.
You are gods.
Yeah.
No, you are
I love
level. I would say, in order to feel comfortable going into the Crater of Madness, I think you've been training.
Hell yeah.
I think y'all have been working pretty hard, actually.
I've been going to medical school in my mind. But
Yeah. So I think you're starting out a solid level 4.
Sick.
Okay, Sarah, what if I throw this out there? What if we started out as level 5s?
What do you get for level 5?
It's just, what if we started out even better than we are now?
Okay,
Just throwing that
I'll
out
make
there.
I'll make a
If you hate it,
compromise
say
with you,
no.
Vic. You're level 4, but half of your XP bar already filled.
Oh, love that.
Oh,
Okay, great.
okay, I'll take it. There we
Beautiful.
go.
I'm into that. I'm super into that.
So let's start with Glenn the Goblin.
I love that. Well, at 3rd level, I get to choose a path that shapes the nature of my rage. And so out of the options I have is Path of the Berserker. And that's it. So it's the Path of the Berserker. I love that I get to choose, but there is actually nothing to choose. Sick.
Well, let's go through and do all of y'all's abilities, actually. We'll jump to abilities first. Just someone
Jump to abilities. Oh, yes. Fucking yeah. Sorry.
All right.
So here's my pitch. Feel free to disregard.
I'm in.
I'm gonna this is my pitch for you.
Oh, sorry. I should wait.
I was gonna have us randomly roll our abilities in order.
Ooh.
And
Love that.
see what happens. They might not align with your class.
Love
And
it.
then here's what I'm going to say. Randomly roll your abilities in order, but at the end, you get to swap 2 of them.
Okay.
Cool.
Deal?
I love that.
Okay, so let's just go through. So I'm going to have you roll 4d6 and drop the lowest one for each stat. So
Grabbing
Glenn the
my
Goblin.
dice. BRB.
Okay. Glenn the Goblin, what's your strength?
Okay, well, I just pressed the button on D&D Beyond.
Where's my...
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it for fun with my...
Oh my god, wait.
Little
No,
dice.
I need to figure out where the fuck I put my dice.
Well, you have some time because we got to go roll, so run!
Beautiful.
I'm doing-
Vic.
Brand new thing of red speckled dice with green lettering. So
Hell
here
yeah,
we go.
I
love it.
love them. I love
Mine
them.
is sort of like green, like Jasmine's walls, but with sparkles in them. We do like
Nice.
sparkles.
Ooh.
So 66.
4d6.
All
You
I
get
need
to
is
roll
26.
4
Oh,
D6.
fuck yeah, Jasmine. Those dice are gorge.
Thank you.
Okay, my
4d6.
strength is a 5.
4d6.
My strength is 5.
You rolled 4d6, and the sum of the 3 highest was 5.
Wait, hold on. Huh? I rolled 46. Okay, sorry. Give me a second.
I got 20
Nice.
20 is your strength?
total.
Hell yeah.
Is that what it is?
Did
Wait,
you
no,
drop
sorry.
the
Did you say
lowest
drop
one?
the lowest one? Oh, okay. In that case, it's 16,
16. Great.
which is
16
also still
strength.
very high. Yeah.
And
The world's
just
buffest doctor.
just to clarify, we are rolling 5d6 or 65. There's no D5, right?
You're rolling 4
4
D6
D6.
and then dropping the lowest one and summing the 3 higher values.
There we go.
5, 1. Okay, so
My
5, 5.
dexterity is 14.
Oh, slow
13.
down there. Slow down
Oh,
there,
sorry.
Jasmine. We're going to go one stat at a time for everyone.
Oh shit! Sorry.
So strength for Tumen.
Strength for Tumen, I got 13.
Okay. Great. And Glenn, what's your strength?
Fucking 10.
10? I love it.
Yeah. Suck my dick. Suck my goblin.
All right.
dick.
Now we'll move on to dexterity. So what was that, Jasmine, for Dr. Quinella?
14.
14.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah. There we go.
Glenn?
Fucking 15.
Okay. And Tumen the human?
I'm so sorry. I am also typing. I was just
That's fine.
filling in the
That's
base
fine.
information for my D&D Beyond. Can you say
you
that
can go
one more
back.
time?
I didn't know this either.
We're
but you
just
can
so
go
we're just
back, so
going
you
one
can just
stat at a
go-
time. So we're just going to do the
Just do
same thing.
abilities.
46 for each stat.
I see. Okay, so I can just write these down and then fill these in after.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Fine. Okay, so for that I got 5, 10, 15.
15. Great. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and have you jump right into Constitution. What are you looking at?
Fuck, man.
10.
10. Glenn?
9.
9.
12. I've been rolling insanely high.
Ooh, that's
You're rolling
fantastic. No, we're gonna
insanely
need that.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And intelligence. Let's just keep moving along.
Oh, I hope I have low intelligence, please.
Here we go, baby.
Oh my god. If Doc has low intelligence, I'm gonna scream.
It's 12, so
12.
that is
Okay.
also very good. Yeah, wow, all of my stats are so high.
This is insane.
Yeah.
What do you need us for?
Are you sure you're
Glenn,
Why do you
Glenn
do
what's your
that?
intelligence?
who?
Glenn?
Glenn. That's a 15, baby.
15 intelligence.
Ooh,
Not
I got a
bad.
12.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
12. And wisdom. What are we looking at? Dr. Quinella.
Ooh.
14?
Jeez, you're strong.
No. What's 5 plus 6 plus 3?
14.
14. Oh, that was 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Tumen, the human.
16.
Oh, very wise.
Very wise.
I love it. And Glenn the Goblin.
Fucking 17, bitch.
I love that Glenn the Goblin is just like incredibly smart, wise.
Well, I might be
Murder.
switching,
Yeah.
I might be switching wisdom. I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be switching that one.
And last stat, charisma.
Oh, of course, this is the low one.
Mine is so low.
Oh, well, you guys got lucky. I got 18.
Whoa!
shit.
Oh, Tumen the human, charismatic.
That feels right.
That yeah,
So
Tumen human.
charismatic.
Yeah. I mean, they're from like a sales background,
Okay, so
I guess,
let's-
right?
Yeah,
wanna
like
hear a
assistant
full
sales
rundown.
manager.
Yeah.
Human the human, just read off all of your stats for me.
Absolutely. So I started writing these down after 2, so I might have to re-roll the top 2. I am
So your first two were 10 and 15.
okay. I guessed that. So great. I got 10, 15, and then I got another 15, and then I got a 9, and then wisdom was 16, charisma was 18. Is that all of them?
Yep. And did you want to swap any of those? You can swap any 2 stats right now.
I don't
And
know.
over
That
again.
feels pretty okay for me, unless there's something that's looking like crazy. Like I feel good about that.
That feels pretty good. I'd say like maybe swap like the Constitution for intelligence or something for Bard. Bard is mostly charisma though, so 18 charisma. I think you're pretty good.
Okay.
Great. Then it's up to you. You can be. That's fine. No swapping.
Well, I'll
Lock it
swap
in?
then. I'll swap intelligence, and you said intelligence and constitution, the 15 for the 9.
That was a proposal, but it's up to you to do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
I'm gonna do that. So I'll swap the 15 constitution for the 15 intelligence and constitution. I'll go 9.
Okay, perfect. And that's locked in. Dr. Quinala.
Okay. We have.
So you're-
Sorry. Dr. Quinnell is also always
Doctor.
smoking the elf weed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 2 rivers to
Strength
back.
16, Dex 14, Constitution 12, Intelligence 12, Wisdom 14, and Charisma 9.
And did you want to switch any?
I think I'm gonna switch Intelligence and Charisma because I feel like she needs to be low intelligence.
Okay.
Or at least I feel like at least like intelligence needs to be the lowest.
That is so
Perfect.
That's
Um,
so funny.
Yeah, great. And Glenn the Goblin.
Yeah. What's
Let's-
up?
let's hear
Okay, so
these
I did not write mine down. It
Glenn.
didn't even
Glenn,
occur
Glenn.
to me to write them down. Of course, never even
How are you going to remember your stats, Glenn?
Never even crossed my mind to write them down. But I do remember them. I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Okay, so I know your first 2,
Well, those are the
were-
ones I'm least sure of. So
I believe those were 13 and 15. Does that sound right?
I thought it was 10 and 15.
Oh, 10 and 15. Great. And then Tumen, you actually have 13 strength, not 10.
Okay. Good
Okay,
for me.
Oh yeah, I just
And-
realized I was reading my rolls but not my like totals because
I also
like
was not
Dex
reading
is my Dex is higher than
Because
Well,
of your
because you've got
elf
modifiers and all that jazz.
yeah, I guess. I don't know why I
Um,
guess that's an elf thing, but
Yeah, I know you had 15 intelligence and 17 wisdom, Glenn.
Yes. Yeah.
And then your charisma.
Do you want us to read the
Um,
modifiers there?
Yeah, you can go ahead and add your modifiers if you get any from class or race.
Oh, I do.
yeah, I think it's coming from my class thing. But I think I need to finish filling out the section before that.
Okay.
So we'll talk modifiers
Wait.
later.
But Glenn, constitution and
okay.
charisma.
So this is no modifiers. Strength 10, dexterity 15, constitution 9, intelligence 15, wisdom 17, charisma 7 with a -2 modifier.
Oh no!
Glenn does not like you at all.
That's 7 minus 2, or that's 9 minus 2.
It's 7 -2.
Oh, fudge.
God,
Oh my
we're
God.
gonna
Swap
people,
any of
and you
these
guys are
2
gonna need to
stats?
stand behind me. Like it's gonna be
I'm gonna be standing behind you like this.
Are you gonna swap any of these, Glenn the Goblin?
Yeah, I am. I think I want better strength to be a barbarian because I'm like the fighter
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, but I'm fuckity do that day. Yeah, I'm gonna swap wisdom and strength. So my
Perfect.
wisdom was 17, which is really high. But I like that. I like that Glenn is like smart but not wise, but like really
Yeah,
just so
That
fucking
fits with
strong.
having 5 charisma.
5.
5 charisma.
Yeah.
oh God!
I'm really happy with that. Oh, fuck yeah. And then I get a +3 modifier on my strength.
Oh, wow.
So my strength is 20?
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
A
Just
perfect
so
score.
small and so angry.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I love that. Now, now, sorry, I just wanted to skip and do those, but let's talk about your proficiencies and such. So I'm jumping back into class right now.
Gotcha.
Wow. Cool.
So Glenn, you are a 4th level barbarian. So you get to pick 2 proficiencies. What are you thinking?
You're talking to me?
I'm talking to you, Glenn.
Oh, fucking sorry. Okay.
5 charisma.
Wow, Marilyn's so in character already. Okay. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
She's a true actor.
I got this. Fucking. Don't tell me what to do, Joe. Suck my goblin dick. How's that 5 charisma for you, bitch? My proficiencies are survival and perception.
Great. Cool. And that sounds good. And your other choices you get to make are Primal Path. And would you prefer to be Path of the Berserker or Path of the Totem Warrior?
Ooh. Oh, see, I only get the option Path of the Berserker. I don't see Totem Warrior.
Well, great. Then your decision's made for you.
So it's Path of the Berserker, baby.
Great. And at level 4, you get to choose an ability score improvement.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna improve my my strength is already super high. My intelligence is high, but could be even higher. One of us has to be smart, right? How smart are y'all?
They're pretty smart. Tumen's actually very smart.
Okay, you're pretty smart.
Thank you.
My constitution is kind of bad. My constitution is 9.
Yeah, you could beef that one up for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 1 for constitution to beef me up.
Yeah, because we're both low constitution, so
out of 10. Yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna do another one. What else is odd? Let me see my. Sorry, I wanna.
Your intelligence is odd.
My intelligence is odd. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Or dexterity is also really good. No,
charisma is also odd. Just throwing it out there.
No, I'm not improving my charisma. I feel very strongly about that. Why would I want to be perfect the way I am? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm gonna do up 1 constitution and 1 in intelligence just for fun. Done. Okay,
great. And Dr. Quinala. Thinking.
So I don't think I'm proficient in medicine. I think I'm proficient in probably survival and nature. That seems a little bit more up my alley.
That totally works. That's funny.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I'm proficient in medicine. Sorry,
I love that you keep wanting to cut me open and have very clearly been I'm not good at medicine. I know nothing about medicine.
It's just one leg. You have another. That's what Glenn says.
I know plenty of people with one leg. I know people with no legs. They get around fine.
So what were those 2 proficiencies again?
Nature and survival.
Nature and survival. That makes sense. You spent a lot of time in the Atachala swamps.
Yeah. Speaking of, for Druid Circle, I guess I'm Circle of the Land / swamp.
You're a swamp druid for sure.
I am a swamp druid. I don't know what that means, but I'm reading about it, figuring out what exactly that does. Bonus cantrip, I did Druid Craft, if that matters to you.
Always good to know.
Yeah. What else? Oh, and then for my ability score improvement, I did Dexterity and Constitution.
Great.
Yeah.
And okay, Tumen the human, the blood bard.
So I get 3 instruments plus 3 skills. Is that correct?
Sounds right to me.
Okay, so here's the instruments I would like
let's
to pick.
Let's start with your. Oh, okay. These are your proficiencies. Yeah. No, you're right. Okay, the instruments.
I'm going to do the horn, the long horn.
Okay.
And the songhorn are going to be the 3 things. Because listen, I want to be realistic to life. If I started off on the horn, what am I realistically going to pick up next? Stuff from the same family, right?
There's one detail of this choice that I love, which is unlike most bards who, when they're doing like a bardic inspiration or whatever, they're like strumming a lute and singing it with the words that they want to happen. The only instrument you play renders you unable to speak.
So, yeah. So I'll have to kind of be
like movie. You like to do like wah, 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 wah. And then
or you can just speak through the mouthpiece and just be like, all right, everyone.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Or I'll be like, I'm going to play you something and you're going to love it. And if I play you something, you have to promise to listen to my speech afterwards. And that's going to happen. Here's the thing.
that.
I'm a bard that doesn't actually like playing instruments. I play the instruments to get people to listen to what I'm saying, I think is
Got
what
it.
is. I just know I'm really good at it.
Sure. There's not much else to do in the Village of Bones except practice your horns.
Except practice my horns. And that's it. Is we're a small village. We have limited resources. So it makes sense.
But so
that
many
I-
horns for some reason. We have no
So,
other musical instruments in
my
this village except
Mom
horns.
was really insistent. Like, horn is her favorite thing. I don't know why, but she was like, I will support you if it's horn. Like, I was like, I really want to try the bagpipes. And she was like, absolutely not. I'm not listening through that practice time that's going to take you to get good. So it was now I do the horn. Is it what I want to do?
Makes
No.
perfect sense.
No.
A horn brought out to the Village of Bones, it's going to survive better than any other instrument. I mean,
So
maybe you
true.
started guitar, but those strings start snapping. Where are you going to get a
And
replacement?
then you're
What are you
stuck.
gonna
Yeah.
Then you're stuck.
Yes, exactly. And then for my skills, I was thinking the 3 Ps:
Okay.
perception, performance, persuasion.
Definitely.
Unless the only other one that I could look to sub in there for something would be maybe sleight of hand would be helpful for us.
Oh yeah, I don't think any of us are particularly like stealthy, right?
No.
Yeah. Oh well.
So
That's fine.
we could also do stealth, sleight of hand, and maybe persuasion or performance.
For some reason, I think the 3 Ps just feels very
That
human.
does. Yeah.
I feel
We
like
also don't
sleight
have
of
to be
hand,
stealthy.
Maybe
We can
Cumin
just-
would not quite understand sleight of hand. He'd be like, but why
Let's
would
be
you ever
honest,
want to do
baby.
that?
If it helps,
Yeah.
I can tell you, at least for this first arc of the campaign, you're not going to be doing a ton of like interacting with like villagers, necessarily.
Gotcha.
You're going into the crater of madness. So
Right. Okay, yeah. In that case, then is performance going to be that helpful? I still think yes, because I can perform for a beast.
For
That's
us?
true. Yeah.
I didn't
For
say you
us,
won't be
too.
interacting with people. It's just like you're not going to be, in a bar trying to steal someone's wallet.
Right. Okay. You know what? Convinced. The 3 Ps it is.
3 Ps.
Perception, performance, persuasion.
Joe wants to know what's your favorite horn.
Oh, that's a great question. I hate all horns. Like I really hate playing the
Your
horn. I
mom
don't
made you. What
care
is
for it.
your mom's name again? Human?
Human? Yeah,
Human.
human. And I just think like if I could do anything, let me just take a quick peek here. Like
What does your mom sound like?
my mom.
Does she have an accent? Or you don't know where she's from. I think maybe she does have an accent.
Yeah, she's got like a thick accent. And I can't even totally understand what she's saying a lot of the time. It's like very like the closest equivocal thing would be like the prairies in Canada, like really thick, uses a lot of like idioms that I don't understand. Like,
yeah.
okay.
That's good to know.
No line Tim.
That's
Okay,
because I have to play your mom. So thank you for making these choices.
and honestly, Sarah, you do what you want with it. Like I
It's
would
too late.
love to see
The choices
where
have been made. You're going to see my best attempt, and whatever it is going to be canon.
I love that. I love that.
But that's fantastic. Now I know. Great. Human the human. And on that note, I just want to take a pause. I know we're still kind of building out these options. Well, let's finish your choices for Bard. Did you go to Bard College?
Seeing as we weren't allowed to go to high school, I'm going to guess no, I did not go to Bard College.
Well, you do have to pick between the College of Lore and the College of Valor.
I see. In that case, I did go to college, and I think, well, it's tough because like the College of Lore sounds interesting. Bard Colleges, I see. This is really interesting because like I feel like, it's only giving me the option of lore. So you know what? I'm going to say lore, which I think
College
is kind of
lore.
fun, especially because I don't know anything about myself really. So it's like fun. Maybe I like lore because now I get to like make things up a little bit. Like I get to tell those stories.
I love that. And you actually get 3 more bonus proficiencies because bards are hella skilled.
No way.
Yeah, bards are just like very jack of all trades, useful.
Oh, I love that. Do I pick those now or do I pick those
Yeah.
later?
Pick them now.
Yeah, pick them now.
Where
Still
this
in the,
is not
still in
showing
the
up on
Bard
mine for
class
some reason.
decisions.
Expertise, ability, bonus proficiencies. There we go. Okay. Okay, then in that case, do we want to add that stealth and sleight of hand there?
Hell yeah,
that's
you
what
do.
we're talking about.
Definitely. Why not?
And stealth. And then I get one more. Maybe we just throw something random in there. I mean, history feels interesting.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I love that Tumen. Yeah, Tumen is so stealthy because sometimes we just like don't notice him.
I love the character of
Tumen walks in a room and we're like,
yeah.
Oh God, how long have you been there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of just like turning around and being like, oh my God, okay.
Tumen,
and you get to pick,
No, I just like watching. You guys look so happy. I didn't want to say anything.
you can make up. You can pick two ability scores to improve. I think history makes sense though, because in my mind, Human the Human, this mysterious outsider who now runs the novelty T-shirt souvenir shop by the creator of Madness. I think one thing she brought with her, besides these 3 horns she loves so much, was probably a chest full of books. And by perusing those books, I bet you learned quite a bit of history.
Yeah,
you couldn't learn about your own personal history, so you learned about everyone else's.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. It's like I know nothing about like myself or where I came from or my family history. So like I became very obsessed with learning about like everything I could about everybody else. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely.
Perfect.
100%.
I love Tumen.
Oh, Tumen, you sad little human.
So we've done our class, we've done our abilities. Let's get into the description.
Yeah.
So now we can start working
mine.
on backgrounds. So did you pick a background, Glenn the Goblin?
I did not pick a background. Oh, geez. Does everybody have the option for haunted one?
What?
Yeah.
let me for the readers
one?
at home, the viewers at home, this is the description D&D Beyond gives for haunted one. You are haunted by something so terrible that you daren't speak of it. You've tried to bury it. You've tried to run away. To no avail. Whatever this thing is that haunts you can't be slain with sword or banished with spell. It might come to you as a shadow on the wall, a blood-curdling nightmare, a memory that refuses to die, or a demonic whisper in the dark. The burden has taken its toll, however, isolating you from most people and making you question your own sanity. You must find a way to overcome it before it destroys you.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I love that.
Either Glenn or, I mean, honestly, Tumen's mysterious backgrounds might be his haunted one.
I'm going to make a decision.
We have said that sometimes Tumen, she's covered in blood.
He's just covered in blood,
I'm going to
kind
make a
of.
DM decision right here. All 3 of you have the background of haunted one.
Okay.
This is a product of growing up in the village of Bones.
Oh, I like that.
So close to the creator of Madness.
Cool. And now we get proficiencies because of it. That rocks.
I love that.
I'm
But it also means that I get to play with your minds.
I'm choosing investigation because I'm a nosy little bastard. And Arcana because I like finding little magic trinkets.
But I'm going to let you decide. So basically, from growing up in this area, you have basically taken on just a bit of insanity. That insanity that takes over all adventurers and treasure hunters who venture too deep. You've lived so close to it for so long that you can see the beginnings of it. But I'm going to let you pick for me how it manifests. So the description helpfully gives us a couple options for what it can look like. But I want to know, just for role-playing purposes, what does your insanity manifest as? What is the price for these proficiencies? Are you beset with nightmares of a certain kind? Do you hear demonic whispers in the dark? Are you haunted eternally by the memory that refuses to die? Or do you see things in the shadows? What do you envision this just inkling of insanity manifesting as for your character? And let's start with Dr. Quinala.
I think Dr. Quinala is convinced that she can hear the city calling to her. Like, yeah, because she has this like obsession with Astrobeth. Like, I think she is very convinced that like she can hear those people calling out to her, asking to be rescued.
Doc, no!
I love it. Glenn the Goblin.
I think I get a red mist of rage that just comes upon me sometimes. Sometimes I just like get in a mood and I gotta go like crush something or like go like
I like it.
Cut something
Is it like
with
a
a
fugue
knife.
state? Like, do you remember after it's done?
No.
Okay. The red mist.
Or maybe I do remember it, but I remember it as if it were like the memories of another person. Like I had.
Interesting. And is this a thing that just sort of besets you at random,
I think
or
it
is
was
it like
totally
tied with your
random.
anger?
Oh, I don't know. What's more fun?
Well, for a barbarian who gets your strength from entering into a rage, it's dangerous to tie it to your anger, but could be interesting.
Could be
fun.
Could be fun. Yeah. Maybe there are certain, you know what? Maybe there are certain like words or phrases or like images that are like, oh, you know, freaking like Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he has his code words are like school bus, you know, mailbox,
obtuse, rubber goose, green juice,
obtuse, rubber goose,
juice,
green juice.
large fries.
Like the smell of like rain on a Tuesday or something like that. Like
Okay,
I think I have
things that set you off. Do I have your permission as DM to just trigger you whenever I feel like it?
100%. Maybe I know like a few of them, but only because I've discovered them after having been triggered. But I like don't think I know all my triggers.
Okay, I'll tell you how I'm going to play that.
Amazing.
Actually, I'm not going to tell you,
No.
but I have an idea in my head. For what
I think maybe you and me, we decide on like 2, and then like you have some that I don't know about.
I am going to do it this way.
Okay.
At the beginning of each session, I am going to roll a d4, and that is how many times that session I can put the red mist on you. But I'm not going to tell you how many it is.
Oh,
sounds good. I'm in.
And I'll do d4 -1, so there's a chance that it never happens.
Okay, fair. Yeah, d4 -1 makes sense.
Great. Okay, great. And Tumen the Human, what's your insanity like?
So we can decide if this is too similar, but what my thought is because yes, I do just sometimes like show up covered in blood. So what I'm thinking is
You're
like,
a blood bard.
I'm a blood bard. So I don't know.
Still makes me laugh.
It's not very often. It's not like there's no predictable pattern to it, but sometimes when I fall asleep, I wake up covered head to toe in blood. And it is like, I've inspected. It's not like I don't have a cut anywhere. Like, I don't think it's my blood, but I guess I can't be positive. Like, haha, be positive. But it is what
I hate that. I love it.
Jokes.
Thank you so much. And so I don't know what it is. I think like I put it in a little box in my head and I'm just like, oh, that's, it's the time it's just, I wake up covered in blood sometimes. And it could be after a nap. It could be after like a night's sleep. And there's like no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes it doesn't happen for months on end or like a year. And sometimes it happens every 2 days, or every night for a few weeks. Like I just like can't ever, I just don't know. It's just what it is.
It's like sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And
you're drenching. You're
am I free
drenching.
to make up what that means?
Yes, please.
And not tell you?
I would love that. That would
okay.
An ideal situation for me, actually.
Great. I'll try to come up with something that's on the same tier of disadvantage that the other two are facing.
Cool.
And potentially advantage. Who knows? Great.
Okay.
So let's just finish out these characters and we could start just setting the stage for what the straight up damn thing.
Amazing.
So languages, you picking that stuff?
Goblin, friggin' duh. And I'm choosing deep speech as my exotic language, mostly because I do not know what it is and it sounds sick.
Deep speech?
Deep speech.
Deep speech is like what like mind flayers use to like communicate, I think. It's like, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, specifically mind flares.
Yeah.
Great. Sounds good. I speak that.
Okay.
Do we
Good.
have to
Interesting.
have? Do we have a common language that we all speak?
Common.
You speak common.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodbye.
All right.
Human the human.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm so sorry about that.
So,
My
yeah,
sister
you
tried
do-
to FaceTime me.
Oh. That's okay. Yeah, but yes, to answer your question, you all speak common.
Great. Okay. Can I just speak French? Is that it's not an option here.
Okay, my first ever like D&D character ever was a bard who spoke Spanish as his exotic language. So I fully support that.
Love that.
Yeah.
So
You
funny.
can just speak French, yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
speak French.
It does give me other options. So I think, can I have it in like my head? I only speak French, but can I pick languages that I don't know that I speak necessarily? Maybe unless
Sure.
they come up.
Yeah, what language are you
Yes.
picking? Do it randomly.
Okay. How do I do it randomly? Should I just scroll around and
roll a d20 and I'll tell you what language you speak.
okay. A 1.
You speak Abyssal.
Okay. And 3.
And you speak Dialkir.
Okay.
Great. And Dr. Quinala, let's finish out your choices.
I'll just do Dwarvish and Undercommon, I guess.
Great.
I don't know. Those sound fun.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Starting equipment, y'all can just go through and make those choices for yourself.
Mhm.
I will tell you up front, I don't care about encumbrance or, keeping careful track of rations,
Wait.
arrows, that sort of thing.
Can I read you my physical characteristics? Because I
Please,
wrote
please
it
do.
as Glenn, and it
Yes,
makes me
I would
happy.
love to hear it. I want to hear you all describe yourselves.
Oh, okay.
Once Glenn finishes.
Okay. Okay. Hair? No. Skin? Yes. Eyes? 2. Height? 3. Weight? I left out blank. Age? 25. And my gender, the only thing that popped up, there was a suggestion, and so I chose it. Gender is yellow.
Okay, gender is yellow. Goblins are light years ahead of the rest of the world when it comes to gender theory.
Yeah.
I love about them.
Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
wanted to
Goblins like fucking discussing gender on like an astral level. Like
Exactly.
It's like so far forward, it's backwards again. It's like
yeah. There are only
and
two
we're all
genders.
wondering.
Yellow and porcupine.
Exactly.
Tumen the human, I would love to hear you describe yourself.
How so? Just like that?
Yeah, just hair, skin, eyes, height, weight. Just tell me the basics. You're doing
Of
like a
course.
police sketch of yourself.
So it would be for hair, I've got kind of like mousy brown, like shag, like thin and kind of scraggly. Maybe I shower a little too much, so it's like a little limp.
Mm-hmm.
But like, fine. And then I would say like I have fair skin, like I've got fair skin, but like I've got a perpetual little bit of a sunglass tan.
Okay. Do you wear sunglasses?
Little bit. I don't really wear sunglasses, but I wore them a few weeks ago, and I'm like, and I've got a little bit of like a tan where like the shirt, because it's the same type of shirt that my mom buys every time. So I've got like a perpetual little bit of a tan line as to where that shirt is, but nobody would ever see it because I always wear the same shirt with the same cut every time.
Right.
Eyes too as well. Yeah, like I'd say average, fairly average height. I'm not the shortest person in our town, but I'm definitely not the tallest person in our town.
No, that's quite possibly Dr. Quinala.
But I think that's Tumen, spelled Tuman, the Human.
Yeah. Great.
A lot of different two options. Two is in the French U.
And
Of course.
does Tumen have a preferred gender label?
Yellow or
It's okay.
porcupine?
Yeah.
Yellow or porcupine gender?
Yellow as
Oh, you're
well. No,
also yellow.
I'd say like gender bendy.
Gender biddy, love it. Great. And Dr. Quinala, how you doing?
Hey, Dr. Quinala, I think, has dreads, but not like cringy dreads. Like, okay, the
Like fantasy
female
dreads.
the female Doc Ock in
Yes.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, we're like, it's not dreads. She has like kind of like
No.
big hair though.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like coils.
Looks
Like
like
she just has like
coils,
very messy, like big poofy hair. Skin, I wrote attached to body, and eyes boneless. Those are my two diagnoses of myself.
Boneless
Not wrong.
eyes.
Yeah.
So-
I love it.
Yes. Yeah. She pretty much looks like that. So like imagine that, but with like Dr. Jacoby's glasses.
Yes.
Okay.
Like that is pretty much what Dr. Quinala looks like, I think.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Boneless eyes.
Yeah, with boneless eyes.
Technically,
Boneless
you're right.
eyes.
Technically,
Exactly, yeah.
That's wonderful. Fantastic. So, do we have any other choices to make? Yeah, let's pick your weapons, all that stuff, that good stuff.
I was
you got?
inspired by the 3 horns, and so my weapon is a great axe and 2 hand axes.
Can you hear
Oh,
my
I
friend
got axes.
Trent the train?
What?
Can you hear the train coming from my screen?
Oh my god, no, but I wish I could.
I can.
Do you want to hear this train?
Is it a whistle? It is.
Oh.
I can tell you right now, Glenn the Goblin.
Yeah.
This train in real life is one of your
One of my triggers. One of my red mist triggers. Great. Yeah, I just like hear it from another plane. Like, do you fucking hear that? Do you fucking hear that train? You don't fucking hear that. It's so fucking loud. It's like a train going through my whole brain. You know, you're like, oh no.
We're all like, what is a train? What
This
are you
is-
talking about?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you've got your array of axes.
Yeah, I've got just like tons of axes. I think I'm even going to choose some more. I'm just going to go through the inventory and choose any axe they have.
Okay. Yeah, great. And Dr. Quinala, do you have a weapon?
I get a wooden shield and a scimitar, so those are pretty
Fuck
cool.
yeah, you do.
But more exciting to me is I get to choose my druidic focus to use as like a spellcasting focus.
Cool.
And one of the items is sprig of mistletoe. So I do think that Dr. Quinala has what she fully believes is mistletoe, but is really poison ivy.
Poison ivy.
Yeah, she like always gets a rash. She's like, I don't know why this mistletoe keeps giving me a rash, but that is what she uses.
Oh,
That's very
Dr.
fun.
Quinala. Dr.
Medicine woman.
Quinala.
I love
Medicine
that.
woman.
Yep. Feels
Great.
right.
And Tumen the human. What's your equipment?
So this is telling me choose equipment or gold. And I know that gold
Choose
is
equipment.
okay. So I can't pick gold even though it's going to be completely useless in
Well, it's the gold. The gold you use to then do like an item buy.
Gotcha. Oh, I understand. Okay. So I can use a rapier, a long sword, or any simple weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Follow your heart, Tumen.
I'll say any simple weapon.
Okay, which one?
Right, of
Then you have
course.
to
I pull out any simple weapon.
I feel like I'm not going to love the idea of hurting people. So I think I would want something without a, like, something too sharp would make me nervous. Whereas I feel
Okay.
like maybe a club would be fun.
It's like a
Not a
cudgel.
great club, just a club.
regular
Yeah, just a
old
little wacky baton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe it's just one of your horns.
It's a good
you don't
club,
give a
not a
fuck
great
about those
club.
horns.
Yeah, it's an old horn. I tried like making one out of wood and it didn't pan out. So I just like stopped carving
Tried
it.
making
midway
a horn
through.
out of wood.
It's a half carved recorder.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I get a
When the
different
wind blows just right, it can make a chord. It makes a chord.
but a bad one. It's not a bad
one.
Yeah.
It's a tritone.
Yeah, I was gonna say a tritone.
Yeah.
Great.
And then it says diplomats pack or entertainers pack. I think I got to do entertainers pack, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got some wigs in there.
Oh, and I get costumes. I get 2 costumes, which is very exciting.
Don't tell us.
Yeah, just bust those out when you need them.
I do not want to know.
You get 2 costumes.
You get a Glenn costume and a Dr. Quinola costume.
I really love that. Actually,
I think that's so perfect for two.
They're your best friends.
Yeah. They're the only 2 characters I have are my 2 friends that I'm going to be with the entire time. Oh, but that's kind of fun and exciting because I guess I could use that to try and trick people into thinking that I am either one of you, like that. And because I've got stealth and I've got like persuasion, so
charisma.
Yeah, really performance. Like you're performing as us.
Yeah, and then I got 5 candles that I can sort of put in front of me when I put on the costumes to light my stage. 5 candles.
Great.
That is so funny.
And then I get a lute or any other musical instrument. And I feel like I gotta see if we've got.
You've got your horn.
There is another horn here.
Yeah.
Another horn?
Is it worthless to add a horn if I already have a horn? But then I'd have 2 regular horns.
The horn is just your proficiency from before. So add this horn to your inventory.
You gotta have the horn to be proficient in it.
I understand. So yes, but then
that says a lot about our society.
Yeah, if I've just got a drum.
Wow.
That's true. That's deep shit right there, Mary Lou.
You're so right.
Gotta have the horn to be proficient in the horde.
Yeah.
So I have my horn, and then I have
the
blood
spear dropping truth bombs on society. Great. And I will tell you, y'all have been preparing for the crater. And you do have like some big backpacks you stuffed. You got some rations, dried fruits, meats, nuts, etc. And you've got some water skins. You've at least Glenn and Tumen have brought some basic first aid supplies. And,
probably.
But I'm going to give you each the option to pick one more thing, whatever you want, to bring with you into the crater. Whatever your character would be like, I'm going on this quest. What would I pack?
And that's an add thing?
Yeah, you can just add it. Even if it's not in your sheet, you can make something up here and I will let you have it, whatever you want.
Oh, great. Okay, I think I know what I'd like to bring.
Okay, Tumen the human.
It's a folded up piece of leather that on it, my mother has written, "Make good choices," with an endo that I just keep folded in my pocket.
And did she give it to you like specifically knowing you were going on this quest?
Yeah, I think she's like, please don't do this. And I'm like, I am between a rock and a hard place. Hard place? Hurt place.
Hard place.
Hard.
Rock is a hard place,
but
rock and a hard place. It's because my best friends in the entire world are leaving, and if they left and something happened to them, like I just wouldn't survive it. And she gets it, and so she's supportive, but if not, like she's like me, so is like very fearful. And so I'm like, okay, so she left me this note.
And let's play that scene. So, oh my God, I can't believe you're like leaving then. It's just really making me tear up faster than a geyser in a Yosemite. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Ma, don't cry. Come on. Hey, hold on. Okay, it's okay. Here, ready? I'll play the song. Here we go. Do, 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 do. And then, can I say something now?
Yeah, you can say something.
Ma, I love you, but I gotta go. I gotta go because if something happened to those two, I don't know what I'd do. I'd go in there by myself and try and find them, and that's going to be worse.
No. Tumen, I don't want you to get me wrong here. I know you got to be leaving me, but you've always been there with me, and believe me, I know sometimes you just got to leave places because the situation is calling for you to make a big old move, and sometimes you do that, right then? But I just want you to be safe, and I don't want you to forget about me, and I don't know what's going to happen down there, but here, take this.
Hold on. I could never forget about you. What are you talking about?
Just people go into that crater and they don't be coming out the same, They be coming out all babbling all sorts of gobbledygook, and I just want to make sure that you remember your mama. So please just take this. I made this for you.
You're literally my best friend. I'd forget my own name before I forgot you, okay?
Okay. Well, as long as you have this little piece of leather, I know it's not much. The tourism business has not been great, but as long as you have it with you, it's like I'm there protecting you, okay?
Well, why don't you come?
Well, I can't come be leaving the t-shirt shop like that. This village needs this t-shirt shop.
That's true.
I'm like 50% of the GDP of this village.
That's true.
Our economy would be in shambles.
Oh my god. Hi, I'm sorry. Did you need help finding a size in something?
Oh, hi. No, sorry, Tumen, the human. I was just kind of hanging out. I was just sorry. This was a very beautiful moment. I feel like I'm interrupting something.
I'm sorry. No, we're talking and you're in the shop looking around, and that should have been our focus, and I apologize. Ma, thank you for this note. I appreciate that, and I'm going to let you guys get back to it.
Get out there. Get going.
Okay.
Doc, we are leaving. We are wheels up. We wheels fucking up in like T-4 minutes. And Tumen, I do not give a fuck if you come or not, but if you do want to go, T-4, okay? All right. Fucking
yeah, Glenn's in here too. I hold up Glenn so she can like see over the counter because he's not actually tall enough to like see over the t-shirt counter.
Hey, a T-4. I'm deadly fucking serious, okay? Doc, put me down so I can leave.
Okay.
Okay.
God,
Great.
you see,
so Glenn and Dr. Quinala, I hate to interrupt this beautiful scene, but what are your items you've backed? Toothbrush. Good choice. I would let that be part of your standard adventure supplies, but if that's your special item,
one's special.
Okay. Why is it special?
Really good at cleaning freaky little teeth. Like,
and what's your family life like, Glenn?
I don't want to talk about it.
And you hear a voice.
I literally do not think I have one. I think I'm a friggin' orphan or whatever.
You hear a voice from outside the shop calling you. Hey, where's that short piece of shit?
No, who the fuck?
Tony Soprano.
And you get out of there, and you recognize someone who's been sort of between a father and an older brother to you, just like someone who is maybe 7 or 8 years older than you when you were growing up, and just a really sketchy looking motherfucking dwarf named Terry.
Terry, the fuck do you want?
Listen, I heard you was going into the crater, and I know we ain't been talking much recent, okay?
No, we ain't, and you know what you did.
I know what I did. And I'm sorry. You know, she was your girlfriend, and wasn't right for me to just propose to her and get married like that.
No, it wasn't. It really hurt.
Well, I wanted to make it up to you because I know we ain't been talking, but I need to give you something before you go into the crater.
I don't want anything from you. Do you hear me?
I needed to give you a hug.
Fucking Terry, you know how to get me, man. I did not expect to cry today. All right, bring it in, brother. You know I love you. I hope you guys mazel. I hope you have a lovely life together.
Terry brings you in for a tight hug. And
you're gonna have beautiful kids.
Thank you.
You're gonna have beautiful kids, and I can't wait to be Uncle Glenn.
You better come back. They'll be waiting for you.
I'll be back. You count on that.
And Dr. Quinala, what are you bringing with you to the crater?
I am bringing with me some mushrooms that I foraged myself and dried, and I'm going to leave it up to you, the GM, to decide what they do. But
perfect.
Dr. Quinala fully believes that they are medicinal, very powerful healing mushrooms.
Perfect.
Yeah, and
that is
and
perfect.
Dr. Quinala, you too hear a voice, and one that maybe draws you to the doorway of the t-shirt shop. Doctor, us.
Hello? Door?
Doctor, only you can help us.
I'm trying. We're on our way. We're gonna get the stone.
Pastor Beth long for you to come.
I know it's been busy. I've been busy with medical school.
Please.
Not really, but in my mind.
Doc,
It won't
who we
let
talking
us
to?
die.
One second, I'm talking to the door.
Pass on.
Got it. Okay.
Sorry, say that last. Hey, voices, say that last part again. My friend Glenn was
It
talking.
won't let us die. Help us pass on.
Okay, got it that time. Yeah, all right. I'll do my best. Thank you.
Great.
Okay,
Still
folks,
talking.
good
Voice is
news.
still talking to you.
I think that was just the door that time. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Good news,
'Cause it-
folks. We got some matching t-shirts for the road.
Oh,
yeah. What do they say?
Yeah, what did they say?
That's such a good question.
I think
And
I think maybe they say, "See you, crater alligator."
oh yeah, that's
Oh. That's good because also we're in a swamp and I imagine there's gators here.
Oh, there's gators. Oh,
Yeah.
there are
They're huge.
gators.
They will fucking kill
Yeah.
you. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. And you you set off. And what you see, so let me give you a picture of where you are. The Village of Bones. This is an interesting village because at one point this was it wasn't like a rich, but it was like an okay, like prosperous little suburb outside of this big city. That was 75 years ago. And since then, it's as though whatever is irradiating this crater and sort of emanating and infecting the area around it has been leaching the strength out of all the materials in the Village of Bones. So stone walls that 70 years ago might have been new, standing upright and straight, are starting to kind of crumple under their own weight as the stones on the bottom level are compressed by the stones above. Wood is rotting, months after it's newly built. And so you have a town that is just decaying before your very eyes. But as far as the people there, they're actually quite positive. It's a very small town. Maybe only 150 or so people live there. But the kind of folks who can live in the Village of Bones tend to have some mental fortitude, maybe, to be surrounded by decay. Everyone in this village is a haunted one, right? And the people who make it, they're weirdos. They're usually, though, quite optimistic. They're very good at finding the joy in the moment that's around them. And they all kind of gather to see you off because they all know you. And you see Hardick, the baker, and he waves and he gives you a loaf of your favorite swamp raisin bread for the road. And you see Tiffany, the tanner, who gives you all fancy new cloaks. And everyone in the village has come to see you off. And you also get the sense that they've come to say, perhaps, their final goodbyes. You are not the first from this Village of Bones to make this sort of adventure. It's hard to live right next to this just massive void of mystery and not be sucked into it. And while there have been many parties before you, only very few have returned, and those who have returned have never been the same. And while their friends and families continue to take care of them, something's missing. But off you go, down the road, past many signs that are put up, as you know, for tourists, like big signs with skull and crossbones, big red X's, turn back now, or beware your fate.
I point to it and say, this means the sign is poisonous. Don't touch it.
Thank you, Doc. Very helpful.
Yeah, and Though as you have grown up in this town, you have walked to the crater's edge many a time. You've walked around the entire crater. You've been there, and maybe you've even dared each other to take a few steps down the ladder into it. And you've always ignored these signs in the past because, of course, they're for tourists. They're there for decoration. But this time it feels maybe a little different. And maybe you start to wonder if they're decoration after all. And then you come to the entrance to the crater. This is one that's been set up by those hunters who kind of like dip into just the very rim of the crater to collect skulls and hides to sell to rich collectors in the cities. And it's very basic. It's like an old wooden Tory gate kind of thing, but not painted, just a simple wooden door frame and a sign on top that says, enter, with a long rope ladder falling the 80 feet down. What you now see, that you're actually paying attention to it, is a remarkably, almost unimaginably straight and sheer cut into the rock.
How far down does it look?
It's 80 feet.
80
Oh, okay.
Woman, you scared of heights?
No. But what I thought is maybe we camp here tonight, right? Is like because I think it's far, and so I'm thinking maybe we hang
8
here.
a.m. Yeah.
Huh?
We just woke up.
Yeah. But
I'm still finishing my coffee.
Well, we got all these new cloaks, and we got to figure out how to put our t-shirts on top of them, and so I think we just might need a little bit of time to sort of like take a peek. And honestly, if I'm going to be honest, the baker looked like a little sick, and so we might need a doctor. And then what if you're gone? And so I'm just thinking maybe we just like hang here for a little bit, and we can hang out, and we can just sort of chat about what our next move is, and maybe we do it like that.
Yeah. Okay. And I start going down the ladder.
Wait.
Yeah. Also, bakers are immune to disease because of all the flour they work with. Duh.
You keep saying that, and I don't know that is based in any kind of scientific or wizardly evidence that we have gotten here. So, but guys, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm and I'm on the ladder.
Hey, two-minute human. What if you go in the middle, or maybe you should go on the top? That way, that we can minimize the angular crunching that will happen if you fall.
I am halfway down. I am without you.
Okay.
I'm on the ladder. The ladder. Is this one ladder? Because I'm on the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's just have everyone. Let's just start off. Everyone roll Dex for me.
Ooh.
Oh.
First roll.
Are you kidding me?
4 plus
11.
Okay, I got a 5 plus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8.
7.
Okay.
Doing really well.
You all make it down the ladder safely.
Oh, thank God.
This is a good ladder. And
Okay, it's a really strong ladder.
Yeah. And you make it down to the bottom. And as you've been descending, so when you stand at the edge of the crater, the earth looks maybe sickly. Things aren't growing as well as they should. But that's really all you can tell. And the bottom of the crater has always been covered in a sort of mysterious mist or fog. So you don't really know what's down there. But as you're climbing, you feel yourself kind of pass through that upper layer of fog. And you feel as though a chill is run up your spine as you're taking those steps down the ladder. And you realize things are starting to feel wrong. The light that filters through the mist is maybe off color, as though greened by the fog it's passing through. And the weight of your body, it's subtle. But with one step you feel maybe heavier than you're used to, and the next step lighter. One step feels longer and one step feels shorter. But you get to the bottom. And what you see is a fairly normal looking clearing.
Okay.
And there are 3 paths in front of you. But you can't see anything to tell them apart.
we've been down here before though?
You've been to this point.
We've been to this point before.
Right.
I think maybe you've been here. I think maybe you have dared yourself to climb down the ladder. I don't think you've ever stepped off of it.
Okay. Can I roll perception to see if there's anything different between the three?
Sure.
21.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the 21, I could tell you there is something different about the path to the right. In that it looks just a little bit more kept up. You know, the path to the left, the path in the middle, you now notice with that keen perception roll, it's a little overgrown. Branches, you know, crashing into it. Maybe you can see in the distance a dead tree has fallen into the middle of the path. But the path to the right looks like maybe someone's been taking care of it. The branches are well trimmed. It looks like it's even maybe been swept and kept nice and neat.
Can I possibly roll an Arcana check to see if there's anything like weird happening with any of these paths here?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Okay, I have a +5 on that, so 14, 19.
I'm going to make you roll with disadvantage, though. Every
Okay.
Arcana check, everything is so weird down here. Every Arcana check's going to be with disadvantage.
Oh, okay, so the first one was 19, and the second one is, so the 19 is going to be the lower one, because the second one was 16 +5, which is 21.
Well, okay, 19. Perfect.
Nice.
As I said, there's magic everywhere. And it's sort of like it is like a background radiation in this place. The walls, the earth, everything seems to you now, as you're doing this Arcana check, to be like radiating magical energy, but it's twisted again. Everything down here is wrong. But you're able to focus past that. You're a very smart, wise bard, and you can sense definitely some magic along that path, and you realize it's protective magic. It's wards.
Okay. So I'm exhausted. That was a tall ladder. I think we can camp here for the night, maybe. Take it easy. I can make some bread soup where I take a little bit of water and then I sort of let the bread simmer in it for a few hours.
Tulin, do you want to talk about this? Do you want to talk about this anxiety that you're feeling?
You seem very on edge.
You seem very on edge.
Here's what I'll say. When we sort of said, we want to go on an adventure, we want to go look for some stone, I said, great, there's a bunch of places that I think we can go for an adventure, and I did kind of get outvoted to coming into the crater, and I think that that's fine, and I'm happy to be here because, again, you two are here, and I would literally die for you, and I guess my fear is that it's seeming more and more like maybe I am going to die for you, so I'm just wondering, like, maybe we just, like, why don't we just take a second and just sort of think about what we want to do next year.
Listen, did you want to live the rest of your life in the fucking Village of Bones?
Yes. Yes, my mom is there. You guys are there. And I guess that's just it. Is, if you guys need to do this to feel something, then I'm going to be there right there with you. I guess I just want to know, if we do this, can we just like live out the rest of our days? I'll take over the t-shirt shop, and then, maybe you guys can do stuff in the village too. And if I do this, I just want to know that, when we get back, maybe we live our lives a little bit.
And Dr. Quinala, while Glenn and Tumen are talking, you realize you see over Tumen's shoulder. The ladder is gone.
Oh. Guys.
Yeah, and in just one sec, because I just want to say, and then my plan is that we
ladder,
just sort of
the ladder,
just give me 1 second.
The ladder.
And so
Stop, give me a second. We have to talk about this. If we get the stone, you can have every friggin' t-shirt.
I start walking slowly, carefully walking towards the ladder.
The capital that you need, we will have.
But I'm saying if we save from the t-shirt shop, then
trying to keep an eye out for any movement that I see.
Yeah, you don't see anything. I mean, y'all have just stepped off the ladder. They aren't facing it. You walk up and it's just gone. All that's left there.
I swing my hand around where it was. I don't feel anything.
It's not there. All that's there is just that sheer smooth wall of stone.
We can do whatever you want, baby.
Okay. And so what I want is to go back up.
Hey guys,
rethink this.
for real this time?
Okay.
Was there a ladder? Was there a rope ladder here?
First, I just want to get back up and we can spend.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Where is the ladder?
There was a ladder here, right? Because for a second I was like, maybe I was imagining it. But no, there was a ladder, right?
Doc, we just came down the ladder. You know there was a ladder.
Yeah. No, so where is it?
Doc, what did you do with the ladder?
Doc, where's the ladder?
I don't know. Did I do this?
Doc,
I'm sorry. I don't think I have. I start checking my bags for the ladder.
Oh my god.
Did I take it?
It's not there.
Okay,
Fuck, I lost the ladder. I'm so sorry.
Tumen, I'm sorry. I have told you like 10 fucking times I do not care if you're here. I would have let you go up that ladder if you wanted to, but looks like we can't, so we might as well move on, right?
Glenn,
what would your mom say?
What would my mom say?
What would your mom say? She'd say, I don't know, fucking
today, and then she'd give me a kiss on the forehead.
She would do that.
Yeah, maybe the best you can be is, going up. We're gonna save an ancient empire of people, and by ancient I mean 75 years ago.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it together.
Yeah, and
Can I have you all roll perception for me?
So be brave or whatever the fuck.
Thanks, Glenn. I love you too.
No, not what I said.
But it's what you meant.
15.
Oh, you can roll in D&D Beyond. I always forget that.
Yes, it rocks.
What is the
how do I do that?
What's the modifier again for what roll is this?
Perception.
Perception.
Which
all right, well, I got a 16 because I rolled it in real life. So
nice.
I got a 19. Yeah.
Wow, you all did well. So I'm going to tell you, you hear different things. Glenn, you hear from the left path what sounds like you've heard this noise before. A swishing, a loud swishing that you know from growing up in the swamp. Sounds an awful lot like a giant gator tail.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Through dry branches and leaves.
I fucking knew it. Okay, whichever way we choose,
you
it's
hear
not
that.
the left one.
And Tumen the human,
yes.
You hear to the right path. You hear what sounds like a young woman just screaming, "Help! Somebody help!"
Oh no.
And Dr. Quinala, you hear down the middle path, you think, a voice saying, "You have come. You have come. Yes, come. Come save us. Save us."
I don't have any cum. It's gross.
Okay, guys, bad news. We got big old gator coming in from left, stage left, coming in hot. So let's see you, crater alligator, and let's go anywhere but here.
We gotta go to the right path, I think. Somebody needs help.
Yeah, I definitely heard someone in the middle path talking about cum, but they seemed like they were in trouble. We should help them.
Who's telling you to come?
I don't know, but they seem genuinely distressed.
Listen, it's always so dirty with you, but if that's your path in life, then I'm happy for you.
Listen, I can tell you who needs help. It's us. If we do not move in like 5, 4, 3, 2, right fucking now, let's go. And I hustle off to the right
Which
path.
way?
Okay, right
path.
Sure.
Right path. We got
Right
it, right?
You run down the right path, and what you find down the right path, this cleaned up path, is a young woman, a young human woman who is wearing fairly clean white robes, and she seems to have fallen. It looks like she's tripped. Well, thank you so much. I fell. I fell and I twisted my ankle, and I had to carry this basket of mushrooms back to the village. And oh, please, can you help me? I can't come.
You're from the village? What village?
Yeah.
Oh, my people, we have a village here. We have a village.
What's it called?
It's a long story. The village does not necessarily have a name, but we are the Asabarti. We are refugees from the east who have taken refuge here in the crater. It's the only place we are safe. I can explain everything, but please, before something comes.
What's coming? What are there? Is there something we should be?
Things. There are gators. There are monsters. There are mysteries I do not understand. The village is safe.
Well, okay.
I throw one of my hand axes at her.
No!
You do?
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Glenn!
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
I do not trust this fucking bitch. I do not trust this bitch. 21.
Hey, I figured out what's wrong with her. She has a hand axe in her.
The hand axe.
Can I simultaneously take my club and like just sort of out of instinct smack Glenn over the head with the club?
You want to try to stop Glenn from throwing the hand axe? Is that your goal?
Is clearly
I think it's like the axe gets released from Glenn's hand, and as that happens, I just want to like smack Glenn over the head. It's kind of just like impulse. Like I see this happening, and I'm like, stop it! And then
roll to hit Glenn. We're getting into PvP already.
Okay, so that's a 2.
Okay, that does not hit.
Does not
so
hit.
you maybe try, but Glenn is too short. And the axe tumbles, blade over handle through the air, and embeds itself deep into the thigh of this poor young woman.
Oh.
Screams and blood is splurting everywhere.
What color is
How
the
much
blood?
damage have you done to this woman?
What's the color is the blood?
Red.
Oh, fuck. 4. I've done 4 damage.
Okay. Oh, you're one of them. You're one of the monsters. I should have known. I'm dead.
I'm not a fucking monster. You're a fucking monster. I know it.
Yeah, that was an anti-monster maneuver. That was preemptive.
Listen, this bitch is a shapeshifter.
I tell my sister I will never leave her alone, and I go out into the woods like a fool to collect mushrooms for her birthday dinner.
Wait, Quinn, do something. Doc, come on, get in there.
I think your leg has a cut in it.
Okay, that was a really nice
shit, it has a cut in it. There's a fucking axe in my leg.
Okay. I cast Healing Word.
Okay.
What is that? Is that 1d4 healing? Equal to 1d4. Actually, I don't even know if that does anything, but yeah. Or not that. I'm going to do Cure Wounds because I think that actually cures wounds. 1d8 in my spellcasting modifier, so that's 1 plus. What's my spellcasting modifier? 2.
3. All right.
3.
She heals most of the damage. Maybe you're able to remove the axe and kind of staunch the wound.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do not let that disgusting monster you are traveling with you cannot come to my village. You must turn around.
I am not a fucking disgusting monster. I am a totally normal guy. You are the hero who lives in a fucking crater. Why would you live in a crater where everything goes fucking bonkers?
You're really
I'm just gonna step right in between, and can I try and use charisma to fix this?
100%.
Okay.
Maybe a persuasion.
Hi. I'm so sorry. What is your name?
Roll persuasion.
Oh, yes, of course. Okay. Persuasion plus 6. So that's going to be 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, dirty 20.
Great. You're able to calm her down. And you say that. And what exactly do you say to her?
Hi, Tumen the Human is my name. Love your hair and this outfit. Fantastic. I just wanted to say I am so sorry for my friend. This is Glenn. Glenn is a character. Glenn is hot-headed, but with a big heart. And Glenn would literally do anything for me. And when I first met Glenn, I was like, Glenn, what are you doing? And then I got to know Glenn, and I was like, Glenn, you're crazy, but in a fun way. So I think that we can get there if we give it some time. So here's what I'm thinking. Why don't the 3 of us head to your village. We got some bread. Doc over here also has some mushrooms, so we can, you can even leave your mushrooms here. We can use Doc's mushrooms.
I have a fucking axe in case you try anything crazy.
So those are the kind of
I can set your bones, and you're like, which could be a threat or a good thing, depending on which one of these guys you want to listen to.
Glenn, luckily you did not undo to win the humans persuasion roll.
I'm helping.
Yes, no, I do understand. The crater is filled with terrors and
so scary,
mind-warping illusions, and you must be safe. My name is Elora. I am a human as well. I am not a monster.
I'm sorry, you're a what?
A human?
I don't know what that is. That's so weird.
It's like you.
I'm sorry?
You are, no?
I don't know.
Sorry, forgive me. I am making.
No, it's okay. Hey, it's fine. I don't know. I've never heard that.
Yeah. Oh. No. Their name is Tumen the Human. Maybe you were confused.
That's my name.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Please, we must get back to my village. It is dangerous to be out here. I should not have come alone. I was foolish.
Hey, happens to the best of us. And now, guess what? You're part of the group. Look how much fun we're having. You're part of the group.
I didn't say that. No, I am the leader of the group, and I did not say that you're a member.
Please, no time for arguing. Will you come with me to the village?
Always time for arguing.
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. And you follow Laura down the path. And
I help her and I say, make sure you put as much pressure on your hurt leg as possible, because that makes all the healing go faster.
And how small is Glenn? Like, am I strong enough that I can just kind of like toss Glenn under my arm and start walking? Like, am I strong enough for that?
Not against Glenn's will, because Glenn is much stronger than you.
I understand. Okay, never mind.
But I am much smaller, and I will allow it.
Okay.
I mean, you could do a PvP strength roll if you wanted, but.
Well, okay. Should I do that, or if Glenn's allowing it, can I just throw? Like, this is sort of, I think, like a thing.
You're just going to carry
sometimes, because Glenn's Glenn's got short little legs, and so this is
you're
like
strong enough to carry Glenn.
Okay.
Yeah. This is sort of this is a protest walk. Like, I am allowing myself to be carried, but I am not happy about it.
And as you have your arms crossed, being carried by Tumen the Human, you see this dense, swampy wood. The trees look similar to what you have up top, but they're not species you can recognize. You feel maybe like you should, but you haven't seen any of these before.
Oh, that's an oak.
All of a sudden, they open up into a clearing where there is a series of what looks sort of like yurts. They're like temporary or like canvas homes. They're canvas stretched across wood pole frames, but it looks like they've been here a while. There's fire pits, there's clothing lines, and there are other people in these simple robes and whites and blues and greens that Elora is wearing. And this is her village. And this is the Atrabarti.
Whoa. Okay. This is fun. Hi, everyone. I just want to do a quick intro here. My name is Tumen the Human. We got Glenn and Doc here with me. We come in peace, right? So you know, what's going on? How is everyone today?
Oh, travelers. And this is someone you think might be an elder in the village. She is an older woman at the very least, and other people seem to, it's normal that she's the one who comes and talks with the people who are new to town. And this older woman comes up to you, and she has her hair in a very elaborate braid ringing her head, and it is like a silver gray, and she has these piercing green eyes, and she's looking up at you. Travelers.
Yes.
I did not think to see them. Is there any news? Is there any news from outside?
The t-shirt business is, I would say, okay. I wouldn't say it's like amazing.
Don't. They're being modest. It's booming. It's booming. It's honestly.
No.
That's kind. Okay,
No,
so it's going pretty
good.
well right now.
Yeah.
It's going. We're comfortable.
Yeah.
And
No, it's like 50% of our village's GDP. It's like it's pretty good.
No, their mom is like incredible.
I mean, she's a saint. She's an angel. She's beautiful. She's talented. She is my
has
number
anyone
one
figured out
friend,
what has happened to the town? We come. We are the Atrabarti. We are a small group, a cultural group. We live in the mountains by the split.
Okay.
And they are trying to kill us, and we run, and they are trying to find us, and we run, and finally the only place we can take refuge is down here in this crater. This crater where once the city of Astrobeth stood. We thought the city would be here. We were come to seek the safety with the people of the city, and we get here, it is gone. Does anyone know what
that was
happened?
a bad move on your part. Well, if you fucking like t-shirts, you could head up to our village.
Village? This is supposed to be a city. I was here
gone.
1 year ago, and it was a city.
1 year.
1 year?
1 year ago.
1 year ago I come. It is a wondrous city. I make a deal with the elders of the city. They say that if I come back, I lead my people, they will give us refuge and safety. And so I do this, and by the time I return, he's gone.
Oh,
Can I roll history to see if I have maybe heard about this, like, cultural persecution? Because my guess is 76 years ago, they went through this cultural revolution, and they've been in here for 75 years. But it's only
you can roll history. And I'll let you all roll history.
9.
I got that.
Oscar, by any chance, does 1 mean 75 in your language?
For history. Okay, so
8.
I have 16.
Okay, so Quinala and Glenn, you both know enough history of the area to know that 1 year can't be right. But Tumen the Human, you recognize this name, Atrabarti. You have read about this group of people, and they did live in the mountains along the Split, which is a big kind of cavern, like a Grand Canyon area to the northeast of the city, of the Crater of Madness. And they were an oppressed people. They were a small oppressed culture in this area. And as some of the countries to their east were expanding, they were forced out. And the historians aren't really sure what happened to them. They assume they were just wiped out.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Hey, Doc, can you double check for that ladder again? Just check your bag, maybe. Make sure you didn't pop it away.
No.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right, everybody, let's take a seat. How about we all just take a seat for a sec? Okay. Atrabarti, correct?
That's right. That is our people.
Okay, so where we are from, you guys have been gone for 75 years. And
75 years?
Yeah,
what
and
do
I
you
know
mean?
That's not great to hear, but let's take a look at the things that we do have. We got some friendship, and you guys have this beautiful village.
No, what do you mean 75 years?
So
what does this mean?
It's a quarter, 3/4 of a century. 100 years is a century, so that would be.
Since when? No, I came to Astrobeth 1 year ago. I talked to the elders. I talked to Elder Vaikon, and Elder Vaikon is make promise to me and my people is we can come and take refuge in their walls.
Right, and I do hear what you're saying. Unfortunately, I think something a little wacky happened with the time. A little, maybe some bending, some magic, perhaps. There's a lot of magic around here, and so you've been gone for 75 years in our time.
No,
Astrobeth, the city has been gone for 75
years. The city has been. A year ago, the city has come.
Sorry,
2 weeks ago, we arrived here, and the city is gone.
Can I look her dead in the eyes, and can I use persuasion so that way she very clearly understands what I'm saying? Okay, so that is a 15 plus 6, so 21. Look at me. I know that this is hard to hear, and I hate that I'm the person that has to do this, because I want our friendship to start off on the right foot, but I need to tell you this, and I need you to understand it in the way that I am saying it. Yeah, I need you to understand this in the way that I am saying it. You have been here for 75 years, and I know that that is a hard truth, but I need you to know that because it is the truth at the end of the day, and it is important that you know that.
Listen. You do the little kiss at the end.
Little forehead kiss.
She's just staring back at you. I do not believe that you are lying to me. I trust that you believe you are telling the truth. But I am telling the truth too. We have only been in this crater for 1 week.
For a week?
And that's where we'll end it tonight.
Ooh.
Oh! Wait, what?
For a week?
Oh
week.
No. Oh no. Oh no, we have to get back up.
Oh no, I know how
no.
Glenn thinks about this. I know how Glenn thinks about this.
God, we come out and it's going to be the year. It's going to be the year 1992. Fucking Fresh Prince is going to be on the air. It's going to be crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is excellent. I know exactly what Glenn thinks about this, and don't worry, he will tell you.
God, I love
We'll find
this
out.
story.
I'm so obsessed. I love these characters.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Oh my
Um,
God.
Well, hopefully next Sunday at 4 p.m. PST, we'll be able to dig in and we can hear what Glenn thinks about this and
I
what
can't wait.
Dr. Quinala thinks about it. I know we're all on the edge of our seat to hear what Dr. Quinala thinks is going on. But thank you all so much for joining us. This is a Creator Madness. How's it going so far?
I'm
You two,
obsessed.
Jasmine?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I'm completely obsessed.
So much fun.
I can't believe that we have to wait a week to find out what's going on here.
I think if you have any ideas for T-shirt slogans or for any of Glenn's triggers, send Sarah some secret messages. I think that would be really fun.
Oh, how
Y'all
fun.
can find us. You can find the channel on Twitter at Spear Maidens, where we tweet about the Wheel of Time, and we also will be tweeting about this campaign. You can find me on Twitter at Dice Sedai. That's DICESEDAI. And where can they find y'all? Mary
I'm
Lou?
at Mary Lou, Larry Moo. So that's Mary Lou, and then the same words just with the first letter switched. You'll find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all of them.
Yeah, and Jasmine, recently viral tweeter.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, Coochie.np3. I'm running for governor of California.
Thank God you got my vote.
Yeah, and then I got put in TikTok jail for claiming that I was running for governor. So,
Really?
It got
Misinformation much.
Or it might have been because I used the word coochie in it. Like I don't
It's
fucking
gotta
know.
be.
It's gotta be that. Yeah, I don't know what TikTok's thinking. Anyway,
I had a TikTok where I claimed that I was replacing Jeff Bezos as the CEO of Amazon, and I was the Secretary of State, and neither of mine got taken down.
okay, yeah. So it must have just been the word coochie, which is very funny.
Coochie is not
Very
a slur. Let's
Not a
be
slur.
very
Coochie is a slur.
Coochie is not
That's my closing statement for tonight. Coochie is a slur. You can find me on Twitter at Jasmine V Dawn. Yeah.
Beautiful.
V for Coochie.
V for Coochie.
And I'm just at VICMMIC. That's Vic Mick. That's it. On
Vic Mick.
everywhere.
On everywhere.
Love it. I have to ask, this has been Maidens of the Spear. Jasmine, Vic, did you have a really good time?
Did you have a really good time?
I had a really wonderful time.
Oh, wonderful.
So bad.
I had a capital W really good time. I'm like,
Capital
I am
W.
so excited. And honestly, all of this has made me very excited to start the books too.
Yeah, me too.
So good. And you know,
Downloaded.
Vic and Jasmine, Mary Lou and I are going to be doing episode recaps live right after the shows air.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do a little spoiler section for people who've read the books. But I'm hoping we can get y'all on at least a couple of times, because I would love to get the perspective of people watching fresh.
Yes. I would love to.
Yeah.
There's so many good like fandom series coming out, because they also have the Why the Last Man series that's coming out. If you have, I think that's an FX show, isn't it?
And the trailer for that looks bad, but don't be scared. The source material is very good.
The trailer does look bad, and it's making me nervous, but I completely agree.
I'm really hoping it was just sort of like a clickbaity like edit of it, because it's so good.
Yeah.
I think I'm optimistic.
I'm excited. And I'm optimistic for next week to see what our intrepid party learns about the Archer Party, the Crater of Madness, the Allstone. Tune in next Sunday, 4 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/Maidens of the Spear to see what happens next. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye.